everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When we last left off on the epic line here, we were deep in the heart of Annuminas. Let's see if we can pull up our map here. As you see, we are right up here. We are at, is it Ekad Garthadir. There we go, Ekad Garthadir. Right up here at this camp, we have a quest. We are supposed to head down to the docks right down here and find, I think their name is Golnir. Gwonil. Go down to the docks and check on Gwonil and find out how she is doing. And we're also supposed to head to a small postern gate off to the west and find out how Torkirion is doing. So off over in this direction. So we have two places to go. I'm thinking that it might be easiest if we head off here to the west first. Looks like that's the closest. Take care of helping defend the position over here Torkirion's at, and then possibly come down here and swim across to the docks and find out what's happening down there. And along the way, we are also supposed to kill 8 Angmarim who are going around. I'd rather not be under your pet, not in that particular position. Kill 8 Angmarim who are carrying bows. So that is what we are going to do. I am going to try and record this episode in particular on 1080p and see how it goes. This is an experiment to see how the frame rate holds up, and also to see how much how big the files are going to be, the raw files, and how big the processed video that I have to upload to YouTube is going to be. So this is a bit of an experiment, and if all goes well, I may continue doing my LOTRO videos here in 1080p just because the game is so damn gorgeous. And we are in a very pretty location for it as well. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, the probably primary deciding factor will be frame rate issues. So far everything has been silky smooth. I've got the frame rate here locked at 30 for the recording. I'm playing it much higher, but the recording, I mean, it's running at 110 actually at the moment. And that's without Twin Titans. Thank you very much, TB. Just something me and a friend of mine that Mind Fiend and I talk about at length is Total Biscuit and his obsession with frame of view sliders and his obsession with his Twin Titans and getting 180 frames a second or higher in every game he plays, including, there we go, an Angmarim Bowman. Let's see if we can take him out, shall we? Every game he plays, you know, if he's playing Minesweeper, he's not happy unless he's getting 120 frames a second and a 160 on the field of view slider. Okay. Feel weakness. Let's see if we can distract him. And let's see how this backstab here goes. Very nice. Okay, combat's going well. Defeated the bow-wielding Angmarim, 1 of 8. Very good. Alright, we are definitely holding up. The frame rate held up spectacularly during that period. Look at those ruins of Annuminas there. Like I said, this is just such a gorgeous, beautiful city to be in. It always reminded me of what I think that, what I've always thought that the lost city of Osgiliath would look like. Although Osgiliath should be, you know, much larger and probably even more drowned in water. Alright, another bowman. We're going to keep working our way through the bowman and see if we can work our way down over that way. So I think that's where our quest objective is. I hope everyone had a very good Christmas. I know it's been a while since we recorded here. I think it's been about 2 weeks now. Part of that would be the holidays. Okay, we need to lay our There we go. Our burglar healing ourselves. Now, do we have anything going on here? We are in... Okay, you see, that's right there is what I was talking about. People have taken control of some of those camps that I showed you, those battlefield markers on the map, like that. If the Fellowship has control of all of those, not the Fellowship, but the Free People has control of all of those, you get a plus 25% on your bonus earned from all the kills in this area. So, for instance, that warden would normally have been worth about 7 or 8 points, I suppose, and instead he gave us 10. Doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're talking about a situation that... Marum Captain. When you're talking about a situation that you're going to be killing an awful lot of these things as you go, it does add up over time. We are going to see if we can distract him, get him up the hill a little bit, away from where that captain walks. Reveal weakness. Although with the captain being gray as well, I don't know if he'd jump into the battle or not. And there he is. Excellent. We're already almost halfway through our quest to take out the bow wielders. Now at this point, I think I can almost just walk through this area. Okay. I think that's the gate we have to go through. Everything off that way just leads further down to the lake and to the drowned parts of the city. As you notice, at least half the city is underwater. Work of the Blue Lady, remember the river spirit who raised the waters here in Annuminas in order to protect various things like the Tomb of Elendil and crying weeping rangers here at the gate. This is not a good sign. And here I would imagine is Torquirion. Is my... I don't know why I had the floaty names off. There we go, much better. Torquirion here. Let's see what he has to say. The gate of Adanon is still defended, Gnarlo, but I thank you for coming to see me. It has been some time since the last assault on the gate, and it's good to break up the boredom with a new face. The city will not long be in Angmarum hands, if you ask me. Okay. I was a little bit concerned with that. I thought maybe we would be attacked or something because of these wardens who seem to be under a lot of issues. Maybe they just need a little more fiber in their diet. Don't know, but let us proceed on down the hill here, shall we? We're going to see if we can get over here and get out here onto these docks. I said it has been a fun holiday week. Been doing a lot in working over in the festival grounds, not as much as I thought, but I am up to level 54 now. And on top of that, got to spend some family time. This was the first Christmas I've had off from work in 15 years now. And that's because of the surgery that I had on my leg, the new ACL that I have. Sorry, it's not a new ACL. It is a certified pre-owned ACL is what I have. But a new one to me at any account. Let's move around till we see a ring on that map there, because I'm not really seeing one right at the moment. Fortunately, I'm also not seeing anything that's just attacking us. Oh, I remember when we were here before. This is a terrible place. This is where they take their prisoners and throw them in the water and make them swim until they drown, as you see. Tortured prisoners. They're talking about how tired they are and their arms are tired. These Angmarum are nasty, nasty people. Keep looking until we can find Gwonale. Got to be around here somewhere. But because of them working on my leg, I do have a new ACL, and I had 3 weeks off from work. While it healed up, I see her right up there ahead of us with a little glowy ring above her head. And that gave me Christmas off for the first time in over a decade, so I got to spend it with the family, and it was a very nice time indeed. Now, if I sit here and you tell me that everything is going perfectly well... Alright, over yonder we had them cowering in dread. This guy's apparently taken a knife to the stomach. If you tell me everything's looking fine and you don't see anything amiss on the docks whatsoever, with all that happening right over there, I'm going to totally lose faith in all you rangers.
How can I be of service?
Fanaleg worries too much. I have everything in hand here, despite repeated Angmarum attacks in my position. I have not yet faced a force that was too great for me to handle. You expected something different. Yeah, I expected to get attacked. Okay. I guess we are not going to be attacked. I swear in the past that both sections, whenever we would come up to them, we would have to fight off a force. I don't know if I'm remembering wrong. I don't know. Well, I know I'm not remembering wrong because I remember it happening. I don't know if I'm remembering a different quest, or I don't know if I am remembering if that's something that they have removed since they made this part of the epic quest solo friendly or not. We shall see. But what we're going to do in the meantime is I'm going to continue wandering the docks and all here and see if I can't hunt down 5 more bow wielders and take them out, and then we will return over to talk to what's his name? Canonglad? Was he the one that gave us the admission? I think he might have been, but we'll return back over across the lake over there to Tinendir. And it looks like everything down here is a soldier, so I'm going to head back up into the city proper up yonder and see if we can find some guys holding bows. And once we take those out, we will rejoin you. Alright. There are 8 bow-wielding Annuminas, Angmarums. At that point, we are going to continue back up the hill here because it wasn't to Tinendir, it's back to the camp here that we are supposed to go. And talk to the leader, talk to Fanaleg up here in Ekad Garanon. Sorry, Ekad Garthadir. Names all kind of run together after a while, you know? It's just the nature of the beast. Alright, let's talk to Fanaleg and see what he has to say.
Greetings.
You have my thanks, friend, and those of Gwonale and Torkirion as well, I'm sure, despite their insistence that everything is under control. But now there's more work to be done. For the moment, our defense of Annuminas holds true. We need now to form a plan of attack. Oops, sorry, quest rewards. Okay. Might knock it down. And door lock. We will take this one. I don't think either one's going to be an upgrade, but that one's worth more. I think we have earned a small reprieve from your efforts, Gnarlo. Battles still rage through the city, but it will be some time before Amarthiel can regroup and challenge our forces with the same intensity. Yeah, right there where we talk about the same intensity. I knew it. In the past, yes, we would have a battle down there on the docks, and the battle came in waves. You had to defeat them both at the docks and over at the little western gate. There was waves of attack. There would be 3 or 4 waves that would come in that were increasingly tougher that you had to fight off and help keep them alive. So I knew that was what had happened in the past. Indeed. So that is something that they have changed. You no longer have a battle to fight at either of those locations. And you're just allowed to have both of them sitting there. Both of them sitting there oblivious to what's going around them. In one case, the guy sitting over there at the camp who's obviously been wounded in the belly. And in the other case, the guy there staring off across the lake, not noticing that his 2 fellows behind him are cowering in dread. Let's see here. Before they can regroup and challenge our forces, we must go on the offensive if we can, and to do that we need information. Several positions throughout the city have changed hands numerous times in recent days, and it is my belief that these sites are of particular significance to Amarthiel. We fight to reclaim them whenever possible, but ownership of these sites is as fluid as the shoreline of Lake Nnuiel, always in motion. I would ask you to journey to these volatile areas and defeat the minions of Amarthiel there, for some of them are sure to carry orders containing the future plans of her armies. If the Dunedain hold the site, look for the corpses of enemies killed in the fighting, and search them for such orders. We need orders from these 3 locations, Gnarlo. From the courtyard of Gwelband, okay, we passed that down to the south to get here, to the northeast where you encountered Rosaloth, from Glorhir in front of the pools of Glinghat, east of Ekad Garthadir, and at Menelhand on the highest level of the city. Alright, so we've got 3 locations that we are going to have to find. One of them's easy enough. It's to the east. That one was real easy to find. The second location is right down the hill here, I believe. It's the way... Actually, it's back down that way and then down the hill. We passed through it coming up here to get to the camp. And the other site is a more difficult one. You have to go all the way back up in here, and I think you have to cross a bridge. Cross that bridge, perhaps, that we had to get. I remember it taking me a long time to get to the last time that I did this with my dwarf, Glenoran. So there you go. That is where we are going to stop it this time around. I will get another episode up tomorrow. I'm off work for a few days here. And all I've got to do is do some gaming, hang out with the wife, and continue the physical therapy exercises and all on my leg. So we will see you next time. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Like I said, this will be an experiment. If anyone has any comments or any suggestions about it, if you like the new format, if you like it in 1080, prefer it in the 720, whatever there is to do with it. Like I said, it's going to depend some on, it looks like the frame rate holds up beautifully. It's just going to depend on now what the size of the files looks like. And I think it should be okay, but we will see. So we will see you then, and y'all have a good one. Remember that the Yule Festival is going on for another week and a half, so if you like the Yule stuff or just want some free experience, like I said, you've seen I'm already up to level 54, and I plan on putting at least 1 more level, if not 2, on my characters before the event is over with. And we will see you there. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.